Before I enter into the rock tunnel, I'm going to teach my newly caught Voltorb Flash, because that's why I caught it. Mostly because of the Pokedex purposes, too. Oh hey, my Meowth is holding an item. Okay, I'll see what that is in just a second once I delete one of these moves. Okay, whatever. Not like I'm going to use this thing anyway, so yeah, it doesn't really matter what I delete. Alright, and now let's see what Meowth is holding. Alright, okay, what is it? Oh, the PP up. Excellent. That should come in very handy. At least I hope so. Alright, time to enter the rock tunnel. Like I said previously, if I was playing FireRed Omega, then Flash would be absolutely useless in the game. This cave would already be lit up. In addition, I believe this is where you get Charmander if you're playing that game too. Yeah, I'm not really sure why Charmander is so far-flung into the game. It's just unbelievable. Almost as awkward as Bulbasaur being on Route 9. Yeah, see why I opted not to go for FireRed Omega? Yeah, I think I said that like a whole bunch of times already. Oh yes, in addition, I didn't mention anything else about Surge's team back in FireRed Omega. Well, everything's been said about it. Well, his Chinchou in particular. Well, yeah, just keep your ground types away from it, because odds are maybe Chinchou might outspeed them depending on what your ground type is. Possibly Diglett. Yeah, because I believe the move it has is Water Pulse, Chinchou that is, so yeah, just be careful because, yeah, some ground types aren't very fast. Hint, Graveler. Okay, well, moving on to a different subject. Now that I'm in here, I've been waiting so long to talk about another certain fan-made game. I think some of you may have heard about it. It's called Pokémon Sweet version. What it is, it's pretty much this game, except that every single Pokemon has been modified. Oh, hold on. Okay, what are you holding? Okay, just a Raspberry. Yeah, nothing too special. Hopefully it's a rare candy at some point. Anyway, as I was saying, it's pretty much this game, however the types have been significantly modified. What I mean by that is, well, my Venusaur was just out just a few seconds ago. How do I put it? Everything, or should I say every Pokemon is like some kind of sweet or some kind of dessert or something. For instance, my Venusaur, I believe it's supposed to be based off of some kind of brownie or something. I'll put it a different way. The typings. As far as I can remember, I believe some of the typings are chocolate, vanilla, and raspberry and apple, I believe. There's some more typings, but I don't quite remember what they were. Maybe I'll go look it up afterwards, just to talk about it a whole lot more. So yeah, about that game, a pretty nice game. I never really thought that anybody would make a game that would have all Pokemon look like they're sweets. If you don't believe me, you can go look it up, because I think some people have done that game already. Oh yes, I'm just going to stop my rant for a second, because I remember this cave being some sort of an icy area in FireRed Omega. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was the concept behind that. But hey, if you feel like you want to catch an ice type in Rock Tunnel, then I believe Swinub and Spheal are in this place. But if you ask me, I think you would rather stick with Flapper, since I think it's the better ice type. Yeah, just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Yeah, anyway, back to my rant. As for the other starters, oh yes, one other type I remember is Strawberry type, and I believe that's what Charizard is supposed to be. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I also know the names of some of these Pokemon too. Like, for instance, Venusaur, I think it's called Browniesaur, I think. I could be wrong about that, because, well, it kind of resembles a brownie. As for Bulbasaur, I think it's called, something else. I don't quite remember. Yeah, this just goes to show how much I know about the game. But as for Charizard, I think it's called Strawizard, I think. Yeah, it's the first few letters of Strawberry and the last few letters of Charizard. Or lizards, because I think that's what Charizard's supposed to be. As for Squirtle, it's an apple type, I should say. I believe it's called Squirpie. Yeah, it's kind of a weird name. However, it's supposed to resemble an apple pie, and that's where it came from. Yeah, the whole concept of Squirtle resembling an apple pie, kind of strange. And I believe Blastoise is Pie-Stoise, I think. Yeah, it's also still apple pie. What else Pokemon are there? Oh yes, Eevee. It's a very strange way of getting Eevee in that game. Apparently collect berries and give it to somebody in Cerulean City, and I think they put the berries in the oven and out comes an Eevee. Yeah, if you really think I'm making this up, then you can go look online or check on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have done that game. Me personally, I don't think I would have done that game because, well, I don't know the type effectiveness by heart. And I don't want to walk into something knowing that I'm weak to something and I'll get completely slaughtered. Yeah, that's just not me. Especially with some of the typings there too. I don't know what anything is weak to or anything. Not only that, a lot of Pokemon have changed and I'm not really sure how good they are. I believe some of them are from Gen 4 and Gen 5. Like for instance, take Chandelure for example. I didn't recognize it at first because I think it kind of resembled a Parfait or something. Yeah, it took me a while to recognize it. But now, after taking a good look at it, I now know I can recognize it because of the eyes. Yeah, it took me so long to recognize it. What else? Oh yes, there's Jellicent. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to resemble. Well, what I can tell you is, I believe Jellicent is supposed to be in a bowl, and I think there's a spoon sticking out. I don't know if it's supposed to resemble ice cream or anything, but yeah, that's actually what it looks like. And as for the typing, well, I'm not sure myself. Like I said, I'm not a huge expert on the typings. And one notably type I do remember is the Raspberry type. I don't quite recall how many Pokemon are that type. I do know I see it very often. Yeah, I think it kind of resembles the Psychic type. Yeah, as strange as that sounds, I'm not really sure why Raspberry could be compared to Psychic. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, believe it or not. The only thing I remember is the Raspberry move, it kind of has the same animation as Psychic, believe it or not. Oh, and speaking of Psychic, here it is now. Okay, I'm going to delete Headbutt, even though Headbutt may actually come in really handy. However, as you know, Hypno is not the fastest Pokemon out there, and which means I can't really flinch anything all that much. And considering I'm in a place full of rock types, I think Confusion will work much better than Headbutt. Yeah, see, just like that. And plus, I'm coming up on a place where I'm going to be fighting Ghost types. Well, Ghost types on trainers' teams. And I don't think it's a good idea to keep spamming Psychic a whole lot because it only has 10 power points to begin with. What else other Pokemon can I find in Pokemon Sweet? Oh yes, Licky Licky. It doesn't resemble any sweets or anything. It just resembles a chef. I mean, actually, when you think about it, maybe it does resemble sweets, because, well, after all, chefs do make pies and pastries and whatnot, so yeah, I think it's only natural that Licky Licky could look like that. And one other Pokemon I do remember using, Torterra, but only in that game it's called Torterang, I believe. Yeah, Torterra is based off of Lemon Meringue Pie in that game. I don't like Lemon Meringue Pie in general, but that's one Pokemon I do remember because, well, yeah, I used it. Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for Torterra. And as for the other two, like Turtwig and Grotle, I don't quite recall what they represented. I just remember Torterra because I used it on my team at one point. Yeah, I don't quite remember what the types of those Pokemon were either, so yeah, there's that. And I suppose you're going to ask me if any of the other Sinnoh starters are in the game too. The answer to that is yes. I believe Empoleon is there too, but I don't quite recall what type it is. And speaking of other Pokemon, you're probably going to ask me all the legendaries as well. Well, how do I put it? I do remember one Pokemon. It kind of resembled a gingerbread house of some sort. I'm not really sure what the concept of that is. Oh, okay. What are you holding? Oh, score a nugget. Alright. I'll keep this around and sell it when I get to Lavender Town. Yeah, one of the legendaries resembled a gingerbread house. I don't know what the concept was behind that. And one other legendary, so to speak, that was really questionable. An orange Cryogonal. Yep, I don't get it either. Once again, I'm not making this up. I've seen all of it. I played it before, and I do remember some of the Pokemon in there. Actually, they're called Poké Sweets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Poké Sweets. Well, considering they're all made of sweets and whatnot, yeah, it's no surprise that the creator of that game gave that specific name. Oh yes, back in the beginning of this episode, I think I was talking about how Venusaur was a chocolate type. I believe that's the type that Snorlax is too. Yeah, that's one of the Pokemon I also remember because I think it's pictured on the title screen. What does it look like, you may ask? Well, it's brown, like chocolate, and it's holding a marshmallow on a stick. Yep, that's pretty much it. It's called Snorlax, by the way. So yeah, I think you know where the name comes from. So yeah, no surprise that Snorlax turned into that. And also, I'm not really sure if any other Pokemon are in the game. I do know that also Pokemon from Gen 2 are in the game, like say Spinarak. All I know is that it's purple, and I don't know what the type of it was, but all I know is it's just purple. Oh yes, also Pikachu, since, well, Pikachu's the mascot, so yeah, it's no surprise that I have to talk about it. I believe it's supposed to resemble a popsicle stick, or should I say a popsicle. Yes, that's literally what it is. Once again, I'm not making this up, this is for real. Did I use it? No, I didn't use it. Also, well, since it's an electric type, I guess it's worth talking about possibly the status. Oh wait, I don't think I talked about the type of Pikachu in that game. Orange type. Which begs the question, what does orange have to do with paralysis? Well, in my opinion, feel free to disagree. Even though I'm not really an orange type of person, I think orange has that little tanginess in it. So tangy that maybe it's really good and whatnot. The only orange thing I have is orange juice. And if that thing gets into your eye, yeah, it stings like hell. And I think that's what the game creator was going for. There are other status problems there too, but I don't really know too much about it. So I think I might go look it up and see what I can find. Oh yes, I believe there's also another sequel to, no actually, let me rephrase that properly. There's also a sequel to the Pokémon Sweet version. One with a lot more Pokemon that have been turned into sweet, such as Pokemon like Mewtwo and Rayquaza. Okay, is there anything up there? Just want to take a look. Although I didn't play that game because, well, I didn't know about it until later on. So yeah, I'm not sure what the types of those two Pokemon are there either. All I know is that they're in the game, and that's all there is to it. Okay, yeah, there's something there. Yeah, I knew there was something up there. I'm not even sure if there's any hidden items down here. Or something. Yeah, I'll probably check that out on Cerebi if I get the chance. Maybe not. Because, well, if there are no hidden items in here in the likes of Red, Blue, and Yellow, then I'm pretty sure there's no hidden items in this place either, even if I did have the item checker. Or item finder, rather. Anyway, I think we're at the halfway point of Rock Tunnel, so I guess next time we're going to continue Rock Tunnel, and hopefully get out. See you then.